Oh, hello and welcome back to the channel. Today's kind of a sad day. Yesterday they announced they were canceling support for Battlefield 2042. Considering that the game didn't have much of a very long shelf life, it's just surprising to me to see that they're canceling it so quick. I mean, personally, it definitely had a lot of issues at launch, and I think at the beginning I really wanted it to fail. I think a lot of people kind of felt the same way because Battlefield really hasn't been in a good state since I would say maybe like the BF4, maybe the BF1 days. And I think that that has a lot to do with the fact that, the current devs of Battlefield they just don't really know what makes the formula good. And I think that a lot of people would argue the best thing that Battlefield could do now or DICE could do now is just to kind of clear house, fire them motherfuckers and just try again, man. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Battlefield 2042, well, it's a fun game. It's just, it just doesn't feel like a Battlefield game. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that game that, like, if you were like get some head from the local crack dealer, and then all of a sudden, like, he stopped using his hands. That's just how it feels. Like, mouth's great, but like, come on now. Battlefield 2042, like, it just feels like it has Battlefield elements, but it's just not all there. You know? And it makes me wonder if the upcoming Battlefield 7 will be able to really capture that magic that Battlefield used to capture. Like, when I was a kid, I can remember the Battlefield 4 days. I can remember playing Siege of Shanghai and watching that fucking building fall, dude. Holy shit, that got me fucking rocked up. That shit was absolutely amazing. I mean, that's the kind of shit I want to see in a new Battlefield game. I want to see something that really pushes the boundaries of modern games. I just feel for a lot of AAA games, especially Battlefield, I just don't think that's a reality, you know? And my hope is that with Battlefield 7, they'll take it to like a modern setting again, and maybe they'll try something new, try something they haven't tried before. Maybe change the formula a little bit, but keep things still feeling like Battlefield. I feel like one of Battlefield's other biggest problems in 2042 is just that it kind of felt like it lacked identity. Like, I felt like the operators were an interesting choice. But their voice lines personally wanted to make me KYS. I mean, they were pretty bad. Anybody that's played the game knows that, you know, anytime the operator opened their mouth, they just had to fucking plug their ears, just not try to play the game. It was pretty rough, to say the least. And on top of it, it launched with no no like class system, no like support, sniper, like the normal stuff that Battlefield always has. And I just thought that was a really odd choice. Especially because it kind of making the game feel more like you're just running around fighting the same guys that you are. Because everybody kind of had the same um, people that they could play. We all had the same guys, and there wasn't also a lot of team cohesion. Neither that there really is in Battlefield, anyways. But I mean, it just wasn't ideal. Now, I hear a lot of people talking about, for the next Battlefield, they need to go back to like smaller maps and reduce the player count a little bit to like back to 64. And I mean, I think that that's like a really solid idea to kind of just refocus their efforts on, gameplay that's a little more tight, a little more well thought out, like that kind of thing. But I don't really know if we should reduce the player number. I actually really like the idea of innovating it up to 128. I think that's really, interesting, really different. And I think it could have been done well if the maps were just better. Like, I'm sorry, man. The 2042 maps are just utter dog shit. I mean, they're all so fucking bad. I don't think there's a single 2042 map that has any memorable moments in it at all. I mean, there's one map I can think of where I remember it because it's just a big fucking open desert and it literally gives me cancer. That's the only reason I can remember it at all. It's so shit. All the maps are so bad. So I'm kind of hoping that, because I'm such a big Battlefield guy, I just, I have hope. I do. But I don't think there's really anything coming, positively in the future. Well, anyways, if you guys have any hope for Battlefield, if you guys like men like me, leave a comment, leave a like. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. It'll be a different one.
Booty. Hey, 17 cocks, they feeling great. Hey, I got a cock in my booty. Hey, 17 cocks, I'm like, yeah, he's fine. I stick that dick in his spine. When he walk past, I pray. to see that dick one